Whilst driving around, have you ever noticed these road signs that have got PCD on them? What's that all about? PCD stands for Pollution Control Device. Thanks very much for watching, see you next week. But wait, hold on a minute, what's the point of these and what does that even mean? The signs and the devices that they mark out are quite commonplace on roads that have been built in the last 20 years or so as road planners began to include environmental factors when it came to road construction. The first installation of a device like this was in 2001 on the A55 in Anglesey. Is it just me that thinks when you type out A55 it looks like ass? Pollution control devices, or sometimes valves, are designed to prevent contaminated water from entering the natural waterways. Usually situated next to busy roads, you can imagine in the event of an accident or a fuel spillage, some undesirable material might run off the road and into the surrounding waterways, and that's not helpful for anyone. These devices have the ability to stop any harmful or contaminated water from reaching places that we'd rather it didn't, allowing for it to be collected and disposed of properly at a later stage. But how do they work? It starts with a pond, also known as a balancing pond. You'll find lots of these next to main roads and motorways. They're usually constructed to collect excess rainwater via a drainage system and then release it back into the natural waterways slowly over time. Since roads act as massive water collectors, this makes a lot of sense because it prevents flooding during storms. But what if, as we said, there's an accident on the road and a load of diesel makes its way into our pond along with the excess rainwater via the drains and then out into the nearby rivers, killing all the otters? This is where our pollution control device steps in to save the day. By placing a PCD on the outlet of our pond, we can stop the water leaving once we've detected that something's amiss. PCDs are effectively penstocks or sluice gates that operate much like a sliding door. They can be manually operated or automatically controlled with an actuator where they can open and close quickly. There's detection equipment installed alongside the PCD that's monitoring the water condition, and it will open and close the PCD when required. When it senses that there's a problem, the door is closed and the pond collects everything up, preventing any polluted water from going anywhere.
Oi, get the f*** away from our field. There you seem alright.
But what do you do once you've got a pond full of shit water? The PCD and other equipment will notify the highway maintenance team, usually via Wi-Fi, that there's a large store of contaminated water that needs sorting out. The usual method is to send a massive tanker and suck up all the water so it can be taken away and cleaned and dealt with properly. Therefore, it's quite common to find access roads to these PCDs and ponds that I think look like abandoned roads in a lot of situations. They're not, it's just that they haven't been used for years. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Because that means there hasn't been any environmental disasters in that area. But what if the pond fills up and overflows? Surely that makes the whole thing pointless. And indeed, it would. However, somebody much smarter than me has already thought about this. The whole system from the network of drainage to the ponds has been designed to withstand a 1 in 100 year storm event. And that's based on years worth of weather data collection, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Thanks for watching.